Let's turn to our other main story now, Turkey's airstrikes against ISIS and the PKK. We're joined by Enes Bayraklı, an international relations researcher at the SETA Foundation. He joins me now. Thanks very much for joining us. We just want to start really with the agreement to allow the United States to use the Incirlik base. How significant is this?
I think, as it was reported in the United States press, it's a game changer because Turkey was discussing this issue with the United States for a long time now, and they made an agreement now. And now, starting from now on, United States is going to use these bases, and it will be much easier for United States to attack ISIL targets
because it's significantly closer.
It's very close.
Yes.
Yeah, they might react to the events inside Syria, northern part of Syria,
but
very
there are
quickly.
limitations to this agreement, aren't there? The Americans won't be allowed, for example, to directly back up the Kurdish fighters. Is that correct?
I think so, but we don't know the details.
Right.
It's a secret agreement, so we can just manipulate, but we don't know the details.
So let's talk about the Syrian safe zone that's being proposed along the border. The Kurds are complaining that this is actually just a pretext to clear them out of that area, to prevent them controlling the area. What is your take on that?
No, because Turkey is not going to attack the Rojava region, the PKK, or not the PKK, but YPG.
Yeah.
The territory is controlled by YPG. The main aim is to prevent ISIL and force out ISIL from this region, and it will be used as a safe zone for refugees because Turkey is expecting more refugees from the Halep region and other regions because the fighting is intensifying, and we have also many refugees in Turkey. So that's the main aim, to create a safe zone in the areas where ISIL today is controlling. And if it is successful, they will be forced out from these regions, and then this region will be used as a safe zone for the refugees and etc. But there is no direct attack against YPG.
Right.
And yes.
Right. Let's turn to the peace process with the PKK now. The President Erdogan has said it can't continue in these circumstances. The pro-Kurdish HDP party has said that both sides should stop the violence and return to negotiations. What do you make of those remarks from both sides?
I think it's a development we have been watching since last year, I think from the Kobani protests in Turkey. And it became a violent protest in the southern part of Turkey, and there were many killings by the PKK supporters in southern east part of Turkey. Many civilians were killed, and the majority of them were civilians, 50 of them killed. And that looked like a little bit like a civil war in Turkey, what happened in Kobani. And after that, PKK and also HDP party started to base its own political campaign based on Erdogan hate, and all of its campaign were, like I said, it was a Erdogan hate. And the main focus was Erdogan, but on the other side, Erdogan was the main actor in the peace process. Right. So he was the initiator right from the beginning. So I think they aligned themselves with the other fractions in Turkey, other parties that they were hating Erdogan, and that we saw in this process. And right after the elections, I think HDP and PKK miscalculate the situation. They thought that after the HDP got 13% of the votes, they saw a clear approval of their policies. And also there were many statements from HDP politicians that said, like about village guards, that they should leave the region and etc. So they saw this clear indication of these violent policies. And then right after that, we saw an increase of PKK attacks against water dam projects in southeastern part of Turkey. And then came the Suruç bombings.
Right,
and
that
then
really
the killing
changed
of
everything.
The police.
Okay.
Yes.
Enes Bayraklı from SETA Foundation, thank you very much for joining us and for your analysis.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.